fisem so ebeta to abedwafo be sin konwa be wuram na nsema wodo de begu amasono oma wuram na ya doso ma panipuma sibre perfect analysis eno mo de ebeba nsem no ayedadwa ene de ebrem enne nsema wodo ha dwumade ne live on Facebook o join on Fakye TV on Facebook ubenyaye like na share wadwinche bi afato ye be kenkan dia ma eya sembisa ye be ya no so e dia ma enu achi no ukọ TikTok live YouTube Fakye TV also ubenye live woni ye ntena bianya kama channel so 5:45 ene be sorry dwumade no so be kasema du ama dwumade na bana we ya wakwanya esa obefre na adu adwenche eso dia bana bibia so ya kama na wo text message WhatsApp message ubetimi ade aba yani SMS famaye ana se WhatsApp ubetimi ade afa number yi so na bibia so kama number no ene da screen so no fa SMS na efa so ana se ubetimi ade WhatsApp message afa so ko Facebook u message no ubetimi da to YouTube o the message no to abeje brebe kenkan ade ama once again me dina de Lutakin Binas executive producer na Daruma na duma de hotel kire de Ebro ubete se Prince in Kasasra coronavirus ubete nenka enu achi no Abu Dhabi taduma de na chipampe de Ebro number ne 020 754 3637 WhatsApp number na SMS number 020 754 3637 for WhatsApp message na SMS for fasobra eya sembise be ya no ediaman sam ye dewa Thomas Patanya team Saudi Arabia ehun sam no sele sitie ye bedi hu enkomo saso enye be se Premier League no ne na chance 7 p.m. Arsenal Coventry City uko La Liga game beto dwane sasura friendly champion ne chance ne ni nane ye bedi hu enkomo e dia bro and some ye do transfers no wonim senra owura Mateo Alamani ebe pem wo London obedi nkomo bay and obai obedi when nsempini abon beda and ya de bram Fakye TV dwumade so mame mabodwafo akwaba na yemfa dwumade nhyase se Prince boko de
nyankopa adom bibia deda na akwa etenkwamu ne de wade ya de bia me kase nyankopa ma de pa chen okaseba bibia o nipa ye bia wo ye bi na ye na chese wadi afi
no correct
again ya banso ye be ya adwuma and then football back
Premier League no
there be Premier League na back and then na football shase
sir
and na football shase nti na be ya adwuma
ona se football shase last weekend
La Liga shase a you can say football shase because we the most famous league in the world and then
Premier League no
oh come on undoubtedly the best undoubtedly in terms of air publicity the famous air level ekutomo players or motor how they are able to spend near there and then ankasa na football shase and then mujina akono ebedi nkomo ebedi nkomo pa amanfo yi business and e be papa ni nyina mu ansana league net bi ashase
Ricardo na boko de oh ade one pa and so you be who thick skin ade DNSC sa kafra ube shaking out baby ube na shikaya yi yebedi pa yebesum date ni sudru sa abiri kona e wo se umie wadi na wo ye adwuma no na Patanya team was Saudi Al Shabab 1 year and party assign at the amomo nas me the party na send o hwama MCCI na o hwe Thomas Party Jesse number 18 and a party ebeshe na o hwe Al Shabab Saudi e come fa so ma veli no na any training party ni 1 year nti we again ani a message pen adema Thomas Party good move message by and adema Party from Premier League to La Liga and from La Liga to the Premier League, back to La Liga now, to Al Shabab, Saudi 1 year. Then I will catch a party. Bagu.
Okay, I think a year at the man after everything that he's been and everything that he's going through. Football no there, opa ni jaya, and if a nyanyoma to party, and nyanyoma or namwa, when you're sure that by this time can be playing or we always say because Thomas Partey is a very good player, and the age now in Europe, mainstream Europe, he can still offer a lot of quality performances, but circumstances now what Damuni Babia would never and I wish him the best of luck. Uncle Pesika, Babia Druno, Jessica for a lot of good things. Uncle Pesika no for Ajumani Messi. But we need now okay, catch the kind of systems we are running in this town. Brazilians running a lot of countries or where footballers, and we are the more key players now. They go back to their countries to go and probably rail on their career.
Or reviving a career.
But yes, sir. If a whole namer after Barcelona, after Paris Saint-Germain, winning Champions League, winning La Liga, going to French champion and winning trophies or no ako Hilal. Name why a day the amano. Now he needed to get a spot in the World Cup a year squad or come back to the crew. It should tell you, Senka Partey is part of your national team captain.
Yes.
Bianca, he will decide to come and relaunch or revive the career from Ghana. But on to me, Park Ben or Bosobo, Kabeni Editianeka. So it should tell you, as we speak, Jordan is clubless. For a captain of your national team, will he ever think or decide say he want to play in the Ghana Premier League?
But that's the Ricardo Mianfan so Sir Prince.
Yeah.
A quick comment or reaction on Thomas Partey joining Saudi Arabian team Al Shabab.
I'm one of those people. They're very, very, very happy for Thomas Partey. The reason is simple. The recent tournament, one of the players who live up to the expectation was Partey. Because of where the issues surrounding the saga of Partey during the World Cup, now naturally any player be an SN square cut down. But with Park no or not necessarily lead by example, or should that leadership qualities now they could and club now called Al Shabab. Again, Omo and I the first air club or Major Air League not also 3 times our honum.
Okay.
Omasa with undefeated winning streak our honum. Besides, Omaje League ni 6 times, Omaje the Kings Cup ni Mensa, Omaje Saudi a lot of trophies no Omaje so Omo Obra the Saudi Air League ni mu. Enti Partey ko honum no, nze na manfo bi hwe some major names as say superstars ni ko gu honum no Omobo. Enti na manfo hwe se o ko honum dia anko onko sa clubs na etete na nsa ni bi. But Al Shabab is not one of the little clubs e wo wabobra. Because on the only club Awaji League not was 3, and besides what's a League with an undefeated air streak. So clearly, Pata joining a very good club, and we all know say Okohonoma, baby, the age na during the Scanner or Kakojediaba, and they're very good. And no superstars Obeka say be a competitive air level, never from Kakrabet, and back to that low level, maybe some time ago in Quebec. So it's good for Thomas Partey, the captain for the Blasters, say what major team so far or Kakobo.
But I say, Sir Prince and our training Thomas Partey, Ghana, Black Stars, the player, and then we're joining Al Shabab, our Saudi Arabia 1 year contract. Yeah, die one by a bar. I'm running same. You be JJ Yon Pamamo.
Of West Africa, Ghana. They call us the Black Stars, but Ghana is more than just stars. The land of gold, kente, and cocoa. A land that made names the world came to know. 1 star remained. A black star in black and white.
Nice one, a penalty so now you're breaking it down, now you're touching it down, now you're knocking it down, now you're jamu power more. Now, Medama said Thomas Party, I again and your branch walk up now. You know performance party a done a D Adema. Now goodness about Jama Party after 6 season in Banaway, VRL and Penny Ferry Lizino. As a party to me to Asunsiakai and from psychologically, Debia or Coco, psychologically, one sound, net goodness abam, as a party ram or Saudi Arabia, Al Shabab, oh, and Wokosiakan 1 year. I'm a bear sweat my camera, and no Adeba, Madam Ram Ewa Senegal, Abdullah Faye, me patro Senegal FA president. Now, Fakye last year August, and I'm to a bar. Now I'm to a bar of Senegal. Open Wayne and the winning Senegalese FA president, Mr. Abdullah Faye. Na the competitor, reference Mendy, I say one test said yasam no, Quadan cast, na and the cast the verdict in a bar. Verdict in a buyer, almost paying Abdullah Faye on 12 million Juma, a Senegalese from FA president, or no to a Bama, no, what winning massa, or winning on fair grounds, and no idea Bantutra. So far, some of the celebrations and their queen take a car. Anu ejejawa ye jejam atamamo na mame team your friend Anaza omo arrival and about 4 p.m. Mame amfama team your friend Anaza omo ekwa against Riyadh. I'm the airpim so na ucha starting lineup me pacha Bayana Ronaldo mi sunku malewa na wati bench awon chance na ucha Ant Postecoglou and the team na rival and me pacha Daswa ye jama breaking it down so adama no let's na omo ebo against Riyadh na mami Inter Miami training no suit to be basso like no mercy after one team boy against a team friend Philadelphia patch or go assist as I'm buying man to quite buy the video no brown run up and no and after Philadelphia game Inter Miami training no ma camera prepare as a baby to my camera mame and the matches a petrodra na enya wantuma emfa emamo and the matches out of major European leagues say and a telco Premier League about 7 p.m. Arsenal, Coventry City, and watching Uncle Friendly Championship, and also about 6:45. And Olympic Marseille, against Strasbourg, and 6:45. Now Ugramo La Liga was Spain. About 7 p.m. Real Betis, about Real Sociedad. enu game se betuga na me patro Arsenal game no boy na where the new player from Newcastle and you Bruno Guimaraes me patro report amente asa and the game were out one team MOP in kind of first a Premier League for Arsenal now Bruno Guimaraes the mente and some point no when you knock bin Arsenal and paying for some person taking any risk and to point and now we're out yeah jam adama na me no kase Mikel Arteta and you put so paying proper as Mr. Arteta ball against Coventry City where the Emutawo who winning who travel Lampard so was a tough opponent and one in the Asian no just a game be different on Kasomia promoted side Arsenal League champions winning over them was really a patro difficult opponent Mikel Arteta and at the San 72 gram now you see a boy now you friend Julian Alvarez Mikel Arteta you saw boy na same too much Atletico Madrid almost striker na your friend Julian Alvarez no you see Mikel Arteta boy na some dodo na mami breaking it down that's Mikel Arteta you do betting beer Pese Julian Alvarez premo Arsenal na report amete ese uprema anra direct contact across between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal you get direct contact nina so penina your friend Matteo Alemany was sporting director at the team Atletico Madrid of the Premier London and Arsenal and paying for betting already almost Barcelona party Tofiakwa and Sida as a boy Besiaka at Dama Barcelona ni Arsenal betting say Arsenal was sika no me ready to afford Arsenal can yes at the Atletico Madrid na details no Nina Sanchez Boya your friend Julian Alvarez Ejitum asa obapo ama Arsenal and Sanomatima broker deal no boy never Julian Alvarez report amente and some boy no was in a dream and say Obasha Barcelona jersey na Barcelona jersey ono MON-FRI team bia and no dia uncle me patro Roma mame Alvarez poster no unko ram ewo teama ye friend Atletico Madrid premier trainer the poster be kopo ama quickly paying for team poster if you ni nyina say say Alvarez on fit team munko pamono nchara kwa no unko onye obiasa the sub poster no kopo ama paying for poster no as what they free na boy na so na Barcelona MON-FRI team biada na report no say me patro Arsenal aso any Atletico Madrid shooting come up a person point no or Fakye yes at the actual Arsenal na see them PMA wona ezi konsa on said the contract details aso at the mom when you are joining Arsenal me patro confirmation in here.
Step straight in and make a statement in our corner, on our side.
It's as a two I did not family. Now, some said the Ghana said two no, not William Alvarez, anymore, Massa. We are one bar. You say, Arsenal say, Massa Walker, defender at the England, Thomas Tuchel, the boy not touch it down from Aston Villa, and I did confirmation as to any demo. Now, Roberto De Zerbi, as so I let you go back to Tottenham. Hospes, me patro manager no. Na Roberto De Zerbi, and confirmation amaye. I said Mickey Van de Ven, me patro one air captain.
Mickey Van de Ven, the second Pedro Porro, the third Ben Davies, the fourth James Madison, and the fifth Archie Gray. Why 5 captains? Just because I want many captains inside of the pitch, and to be clear in the position, and every one of them they deserve to be.
And we Spurs on boss, you have Roberto De Zerbi, and I'm breaking it down. I say, boy, now you have Mickey Van de Ven. Boy, no say there, one day the new captain, the Spurs. Now, on any business, Spurs as a transfers way, most spendi sika, most spende. Na sika samuno, when you sika piana, yente Roberto De Zerbi.
I heard too many times Tottenham money, but I love football from a long time, and I didn't see teams competing for the high level without spend money. Maybe if Tottenham spend money is a problem in Premier League, I don't know why, but the other teams. All other teams, they spent money in the past, also in this season. But for me,
was so be spending money. Now Spurs in spending be as a problem. A day or be a to almost so spend to be a day more criticizing or more bashing or now on my update concerning gamer a Premier League opener at my Spurs Saturday. Or against Brentford. Now, what's the point now? Where's Spurs new captain? And we are Mickey Van de Ven. Or no Pedro Porro. And ya just say on purple Brentford game pay. Was it Pepe Mata, sir? Or no so Philip Pepe there. Or ya just saw Paris, and what you could do were close to return. And what you Dominic Solanke. Now Solankia. James Madison. Sasuna air Destiny Odoje, and air Fernandez, and Omunano, air Dessa Boys, or more squad in Mobe, and no and Semo Penidia to go. Now, young room, or Penina, your friend Enzo Mariska, and in Sempia to go. The portamente, what the difference are, and what between Salvino and Omar Mamouche, the difference are, Enzo Mariska say Omuntem.
Different to Savinho, even though Spurs sort of want to sign both of them. What's the reason for them being in different situations?
Savio since day one asked to leave, and Omar didn't ask to leave since day one.
He has now.
Not yet.
So, what the na reporters Man City etimi atom Salvino at the Spurs bear 85 million pounds penya 225 million pounds this particular transfer market oma ye sales oma ye sika oma nya basa don potom bear there le bia so tuma ye kema na Enzo Mariska ye busana about Enzo Fernandez no say modele ba se munya san sika na modele baba ana mumfa Enzo ma.
Where do you guys sit with that, with the Chelsea deadline having passed, and do you expect to still push for Enzo having played with him at Chelsea?
Unfortunately, I need to answer always in the same way. Enzo is a Chelsea player, and I'm not going to talk about players that they are not with us. First of all, because I think it's lack of respect, and second, because I don't like when different managers they talk about our players.
The okay, and you know, so say on person or Becker will be player once as a lack of respect. On no person manager be Becker the player once Enzo Fernandez, a Chelsea player or a City player or Newcastle can once you present about Rodri now open Rodri and Sam a day and I'm China.
You mentioned Savinho there, but Reinders has also gone. There's talking Nico Gonzalez, possibly Omar Mamouche. Why are so many players leaving at the moment? And are you happy about this?
Yeah, probably. Unless Rodri, the rest they have all in common one thing, that they didn't play a lot.
You mentioned Savinho there, but
ye omu pusa na sa den na players no do na person fi Man City ko was say except Rodri obi no wo City o person free team mu ko Rodri na ye so be ko ampa ono so ekọ na Jeremy Doku boy no aye out game Man City baba game Bournemouth but report about him as a cross sideline about 2 to 3 weeks and son Jeremy Doku petma ba watima ba ababo drama bias for my kema and edeba Mami David Moyes wakasa about Everton say the right back papa no mfabima
right back coming in before the window closed. Do you share that confidence?
Well, I think there might be 5 or 6 managers before me who was trying to bring a right back as well, so I'm not the only one. It sounds strange, it sounds as if you would find right backs 10 a penny, but that isn't the case when you're looking. Look, we've identified quite a few right backs we like, we've bid for quite a few we like, so we're right in there, so we're working to try and get one.
Is it a position which really
David Moyes say omo try as omo de bako ebeba as a right back no obebo team no only Watkins report ametre say Ahila at the 52.5 million euros at the Apamo Aston Villa at me rejected now boy no so making it clear at the actual team so no percent wo free Aston Villa Bobo ekon na David says a bass only Watkins compare Nessa Bassata Nicholas Jackson, a pen replacement. I'm a beer so to my camera, and no a dear by a church, I'm breaking it down. As soon as Demo would so, and some Peter Pamaso, not mammy and breaking it down. As some Rama, and someone to a Brighton, manager, Fair Behezela, on the Swakasa, about Minte. Na yente some opinion, a kafa, Benefa Young Kupa Minte.
Rumours about how important is it for you to have him and his skill set for this season?
Yeah, of course. We know in general, all the players, there are rumours about they're important players for us because they were a big part of the journey the last 2 years. But in football, we all have to understand that it's normal if you're successful as a team, if the team is doing well, you have like some good achievements, then the individual can shine, and then of course there will be a big ask for our players. That's part of our identity, that's part of my job here, and there was
there Urama Brighton manager can say enya never minte and kwana Liverpool so omope the place na rumors as omo ko how important the place na report time say Liverpool at the 50 million pounds about Brighton Yankuba minte pen I'm a Brighton rejected Sissikani and no airport Ametia me judge I'm breaking it down as so at them Nasamino reporting so far I just a green light enya abba medical as so I was pressed every best why I came not deal no finalize 85 million pounds and a Savino a bill run the bill so to my camera and no edemete na process pass and Man City so fee for Omar Mamusha negotiation. Me patcho adufana details. Assess person Man City. Then a bit my done. Now Bena sign contract cost 2031. Personal terms. By their friend Omar Mamush and the Tottenham. Asu enyawie space and your brutal persafi SSM biafo kama and edemete breaking it down no touching it down now Liverpool boss 7 Antonio Ariola on shooting sempia to about so far transfers update Sir Ibrahim a friend Mbaye on certain dino I don't know me there Ibrahim Mbaye Sasha Bradley Bakola and a Curtis Jones Okono update in the sanity.
Situation I understood with
yeah, Chessa no my prayer. Now, you take money challenge some amount. Now, patch up yenti.
To him
Nice one. The manager Eka, and say update, Nina said departure back up, and no Petmaker Curtis Jones, Nasa, Bradley Bacola, Ibrahim Mbaye, when you build Beccadia for more. Now, Mammy Curtis Jones, I will Inter Milan, the patch of by the Medica, very soon. Norma Epaye Dan, not Wabano or Baba Bayetima, the D at the Inter Milan, a player or Inter, headquarters, and your Curtis Jones, or no editor or finalize it tell. Na opesai na bia so betima kama aso ade amano eno ede eba ye jejamo na ya breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya breaking it down knocking it down jejamo yompo aso ede amamo and some tawo dewa ya so breaking no down mam Christian Chibu Inter Milan me patron manager no na wakasa battle Taro Martinez Barcelona Inter Milan.
Continuano a parlare di un blitz che
e oggi Lautaro è il nostro capitano, campione del mondo, lo era, ha raggiunto un'altra finale qualche mese fa, è un grande giocatore e noi ce lo teniamo stretto perché rappresenta tutto quello che noi siamo stati in questo periodo e quello che vogliamo essere.
The Inter Milan boss, can say Lotti, and no Lautaro Martinez, or your captain. Na on branch from so Beko Basa, na Omne Juma, the next bad 10 days, we be a pet mess on the bino, a petting comopi, and we have several penny at the Tuga, Mamma Pacha Rodri trading, and no Ramo Barcelona. And the Rodri Mania, the Pacho Cascante boy, as so equator sell letter by letter. Na no maso aye kema we kwana trust echo na o sprinted na o kika no maboma just Rodri Mania the Cascante boy as I read there o team Barcelona na biaso kema me Barca training na Barcelona training and the player kema na Lamine Yamal the star boy and the boy masana is a workout to osoro na o piano ma na sa o ya juma am a bia enyon kwa wo hwe Jesse Pisia na so no juma kama e wo training no so mame e Barca winning team omo ene dasono and no trainer sampa no ma eye kama de team Barcelona am a braso eye kama no edepa ye jajamo na mame break away down and fa emamo ese me pacho mame walk up a punishment for imagine mame o break a walk up fana na emu ye dempa ema Argentina and Spain edu babina ntokobi aso baso our pitch no so na urama FIFA of the punishment ama several Argentina and Spain players nina incident walk up fana e pem na almost say Leandro Paredes mama 10 game ban $90,000 a fine and Jama Leandro Paredes and watching Molina 7 game ban $90,000 a fine. Unko Thiago Almada 1 game ban $30,000 a fine. Sasuna assistant manager Ayala 3 game ban $30,000 fine. And Gavi 1 game ban $30,000 fine. And I'm pacho omuti amamo na mam Argentina efe no na me pacho binya jumabe oram Argentina Football Association so afine wo $321,000 sa Malvinas banana episho ye walk up fana no tiasa enye enunti so na fine wo and Argentina efe no so nyintum de biara da na de ebeye and so mpeko sampanyum for and church muncho na pili ntwasa Canada and edeba ye church am breaking it down not ya touching it down na me no kasa and a Denzel Dumfries Real Madrid official presentation na yente nsam wodi tuda.
We're honored, and I'm looking forward now to start the season. So I'm very happy to be here. I think for everyone is a dream to play for Real Madrid. Now to be here is a big responsibility, of course, because we have our objectives. But I'm very proud and I'm very happy to be here. And I'm ready to start. Yeah, a very important match. Always the first.
Was so ready a dream so person come Real Madrid play a beer wish assess so school went to me and Ramos University na one more degree ni beer masanya one kokranka ye na sa one bomb Madrid masa unam grana we why ubodi krankrofon kai wo unya gramo Real Madrid obian wasasi so and proud as what join one or papa ama sofa trophies no maje na me pacho mame eye Premier League new rules na no beche chemutima na omasa summarize no and then official Premier League no as well as officially said there na our said new rules no omo maye
7 season. Time wasting on goal kicks and throw-ins? Not anymore. Referees will now give a 5-second countdown. Delay it, the ball goes to the other team. Keepers stalling goal kicks late in games? That'll be a corner now. Subbed off, you now have 10 seconds to leave the field. Take too long, and your team is short-handed for a minute. Middlesbrough's Will Lancashire was already caught out by this rule. When players stop for an injury, the player now requires a full minute off the field, not just the 30 seconds it used to be. The classic keeper goes down so the coach can shout instructions trick is also being tackled. If the keeper needs treatment, an outfield player will need to be elected to leave the field for a full minute. And now for VAR, they will be able to review wrongfully given second yellow cards.
Of West Africa, Ghana. They call us the Black Stars, but Ghana is more than just stars. The land of gold, kente, and cocoa. A land that made names the world came to know. But one star remained. A black star in black and white.
Diagonal, 5 and 5. One to the right, one to the left. Bridge to the box stage. 5 and 5.
الراتب ينزل.
Ready.
Right, abasan amwakwa ababiem aba Fakye TV so na mu channel so se dwuma ko bia daroma na ekofa mo no nsem ebaaye Shamo Block Factory e ka Shamo Block Factory adansie ho no ma de eno aye blog no blog na be ma dan no aye osintawe se usi dan na benya blog papa dia Shamo Block Factory no se blocks no 6 and 5 ni bi ewo ho Samsung solid horror blocks and a pavement blocks ni nyano do ani chem e o shamo block factory a unsa ebeka bi na o se nka to se nya no nko a o pe e quarry dust a ebi ho sand upenye na cement na ade abitwam se wono bayan hyehyɛ ye uni sika kra na se o pese o si dan a na shamo se ono odwin nipa ho ye fe no o si ade ayo wo ye ade so yie enti kɔ na ne nya hyehyɛ ye so ya ban tuma ye ni na bosome wo salary every controller ho na ba ana wo ya dwuma na bosome wo gya ketua wo de kɔ na no mo nkɔtena se eye sand anwana na wo pɛ se eye quarry dust ni ebi na wo pɛ se cement na wo pɛ eye blocks A6 and 5 eye solid hollow blocks and pavement blocks and wo pa wo no mo nya hyehyɛ omo etibama no otua ne kakrakra bosome bia na wo tua ne kakrakra wani pate no na so aba be fie wura na bia so aye kama contractors and mu si a dime mo per blocks so cement na room omo twa ne kama mfidi papa then required no me was a room na room a shamo block factory eni etimu adansa kamfo ediama ase ukwa ombejo feso na onsapeka adebia wo pe na omo se mu amane se omo no ma bi so omo de ema han se ebia ope eye concrete machine a ubetuma pa na ope bi na de akwa wadwuma saso na pe compactor grader piloder pillar moldings and de akika ho de dan ho adwuma ope bi han de akwa wadwuma shamo block factory ho na akwa upenya bia ne bon eda form nhyehyɛ no so emu da ho awukwa wa konbedo eso akwaji mfidie e o baby se o de ekokọ ya adwuma no mse nka ncho se eba quarry dust no cement no makika ubia na sa utokwa na omutim san edi koja kwa o top blocks ne edi koja o to cement ne edi kwa ma sa so na sand no quarry dust na dey se pillow dampo na pa ya de bekwa akosi ba bi ade koya adwuma de ama shomocha kwa o kode akro from and I'll put my from 0245 859 770 and a 0556 183 671. Put myself from 0594 627098. No be a so at my kama edama. Gentleman Dental Clinic set nipa when impate. We are all now Pekuba be the so. Nina ya pump be flu and be and a gentleman Dental Clinic say and control say. Nipa said yo city biano o dress kama na o se enye fita pampan san wonuma na kaka asajo udodom aboso a wontimi san mo kasemu wo de o se eka dwama na moja efiwanu eba enye egu wonu ase ete udibre no so empty gentleman Dental Clinic ase nka tosa doctors a eba nipa anumu a eni nipa se dentist for omo eni wonimde and omo ha omo behwawo ama bia kama ukọ na wose no me nsese ma wa implications boni bia enwa ebeba saso ne nka ncho se bia wo bia no branches ne doso se bia wo se no pesa wo share silver wo share gold wo share dem saso braces na pesa wo di se wo se so a ni nyina gentleman Dental Clinic on bene kama edi ama omo branches me no on crime bako ekwa benya bako atomic down Opa kumansa branches name bako atonsu bako apropo junction shuffling station na chipe abrosana edikai no when upon judgment Dental Clinic urab e watachimaya wani afa kenten kwan so mazin ube wo mo ho ebi e watamale ebi wa flow ene miamia bebre o fe number ya egu screen so na empanyimfo no pedi nkomo ne pepia wo bia no ma kyerɛw bebia wo no ene center ana branch ebenwo no wakɔ na de bia fa wo se ho no se teeth whitening yampo se na wo se nya fita pompa na wanum yenyimfro o kwahye wo se ana sasabe wo se unya nkwanhia entu se bia atu o pese ye replace adema ni nyina on pen kama adama judgment Dental Clinic for the chum na de bia fa wo se ene wanum ho nsɛm no omunya ne kama emfa ema gifted icon mamen kanto say the final grand audition no asu egusu a etodwa na ebo Sunday bia 7 p.m. Shebang, Fakye TV, Upon Sampa, the grand audition, you know, as so a Gusua, a Toga, and Tia, the open assembly, not the trust and performance, so a camera, a quick demand, not what Twapa, now Jamano. So, person and Jumupia friend by 0550 772 113. Ofra mpanyinfo do sna nkomobiano omo no wadina bia so etimi aye kama omo daruma ne kofa mo ne nsema wodo a ya bobo ano eso edipa me anya quick birthdays aye nsaka emfa emmaw ansana sir prince and Ricardo's Varas anya aba abetena se no ma wrebram ede nsema wodo a wo ankofa ma so transfers and so far World Cup final in 7 years between Spain players and Argentina players of FIFA and they find their bar and Senegalese FA election no verdict for the FA president ni na omberumbe din komo na bibia so aye kama na so ready ango na yenya birthday siridia ma yamfa adwa setua de ne nhyase de wodema me no adwa yamfa adwa de ne nhyase na dia wodema me na abudie no adwa setua nice one we adwa setua edil birthday na adwa ma happy birthday esenya me nshira ene osro ahopampo edema happy birthday to my beautiful and most humble soul I've come across. You bless the day we cross path. God bless you. Ma, I love you. My joy. Where I am messenger abanono. We a beautician our bantama. Nankupon in shop and biaso enya kama. Eso emfa emma. Saso ena me pacho mame ansi odro. Ansi odro did birthday ne. Na ansi odro antri. Ene ayo birthday. Anse senya minshra adma uko school one way Montessori achim fosu eho ena uko school what is 6 years and na birthday Auntie Doris and a same fear duma de so ne so happy birthday enti anse nyame enya okese normal nyiniche na de wo akoma so nyina entimi emram me patchoma me for than Mr. Richard birthday na ene Mr. Richard a champon awoda Mr. Richard Champon, our Kruma Franchukuma Senawote, now sorry, St. John's Baptist Church, Bremai West, na me patrono yadro Anglo Gold Ashanti, our boise, na one casa, or buy friend Julie, any nianom, I said young fat ye Juma de so, near Mao, Daddy, I would apa, almost say, the why ye double my brabo, and said, yeah, we see a door more, a shower more, one more bomb, Omuso ni hwombe ka kira se awrade nhyiraw na awrade musu ema nkwatenten na daddy omo ka kira se omo do eye omo anwaho a esa oye omo papa omo se awrade nhyira radam bible edema Mr. Richard Champon enkane na oye dmo Anglo Gold Ashanti happy birthday na me enyo kese obaku su di birthday na obaku ewo takwa obaku yesa wodapa edifro twada mponyankopon de ma Wefri aya tofi akwa ene wankasa wo sister Sarah ene ese yemfe adwumadi so ma wawoda pane wo show happy birthday na awrade nya okese na dede wani su bia na awrade man mram na awrade eni wakoma so ade so amanti opaku happy birthday na bianya kama ti na azba ko no tofi mame nsanka edin na menya ne kama emso emfa emao na bia so enye fine na mame nsha so prince a lot of messages Apa abekayensa na as time goes by be the back afri o eso e de amana be kama obetimi no de eso aba WhatsApp na SMS what the bebe kada ma ko Facebook a Fakye Sports uko YouTuber Fakye Sports what the first one the bebe kada no international surprise
why adwuma ni nyina why adwuma mahusa amount for sending messages by per transfers any ade a lot of people are eager to know as no crane one teams as say no teams as say emu ode we asepa no the abia or the potential so be to Arsenal Barcelona so Barcelona timinya a good striker abia omo ani je na be san Arsenal ho bebe bi ejina ide we a football fan, I think say Kenya Arsenal now join here. And EGN and shut down cost to be brave because Arsenal are the finest team right now. I can want them. And your PSG Bayern Munich money are there or bet on the basis of more support ne doors will crew had here. Arsenal for when they were energy. No quenya one. Julian Alvarez in Semno Crady. Also the Niger. Hey, where Arsenal Niger? Okay. Arsenal Niger. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Now, season we would do good. Ken, young Ramuni and Nkomono, I am say a league never shall see ye did top 4 the home como. La Liga and Rame Becan was some wasima, Metiepo Barcelona to be the team at the end of the season in the Spanish Premier League. Mehunson beat me AJ and then Real Madrid beat me at the second. But this is bar any changes a bit me but during the season, the injury bet me at take place. Nobody knows what will happen. Injuries bet me at take place. Be a player be any danosono. La Miyama, be crying season or Baby Diego. Be an Ayando man, they need to keep the shine. So, with all that considered, be a bit me as some bet. Baby, Ejina says here, it's what we talk about. Per the books, no dear. The players they are having, the managers and everything now. For me, I believe in the La Liga. Barcelona still now about the domestic champions. Madrid, go Europe. More than us in Barcelona. That is what I see. Now, and obvious, English Premier League in a chance here. Definitely, it will take the center stage, and that will be the topic for discussion today. Why not English Premier League? Top 6 teams, no. Why they beat me Romy in the top 4? Naturally, you say the Premier League teams, no. Or my be said, or mutimi perform to the level, say, or mutiminya 5 teams in the UEFA Champions League. But from the start, the engineer say 4 and the shares. So, barring any DIABY a later on, no. Which team and they beat me at the Premier League and here for they beat me around the top 4? Ken, baby, I'm just say, I don't see why I may put any team on top of Arsenal. Baby, I'm just say, Omo and the defending champions. I see it's almost a be defending Air League. But they are not one man. I see Manchester City. Said despite the change in hand, the manager changes, no. Some of the key players a free team nimu Rodri, Mone, Bernardo Silva, Mo Afeni Bibano. I see somebody second. Then Manchester United better third, not Chelsea at the 4th in my opinion. And you can't see a new year. Let me go deep into it. Na mean chilemu di enti a mihu sa na yemawe. Ken, ye nyina nim say Premier League na sha say ya, obia we chance to compete for it. It is all here the 20 teams now. Omo nyina air fight for that one trophy. And oh, they are not one more. You must see how this question. Team Ben the beat me come out on top at the end of the season. The Predator. I know what Premier League in him say oko.
Okay. The landlord.
The landlord oko. Pep Guardiola team bia wakom bia no on wa fa league na ma league ni yes e ne dia. Enti wo betimi agibia je so di true ni no. Enti so he the records akra me dia gu ho no ma. Or Barcelona, or Bayern Munich ni ade. Se time bia no, first. Se obekwa ekira second third. Onkwa ekira bebre. And that has been Pep Guardiola. Into oba Premier League no obeteki over yen hwa ade. 2016 the first season. Antonio Conte the English Premier League for Chelsea, and we all realize that time na former na Antonio Conte aso ano with Chelsea ni there. No obeje. Into oba and in the first season man for bebre kan oh ye kan say Pep Guardiola ontimi measure wo Premier League nim Barcelona no betimi na adwuma ne oba Premier League no obebre. But after the first season you say Pep Guardiola are finding a rhythm. The following season, wafa players or pedi omaba and he dominated the league. The first season I went me anje no obeje 2-2 aso. Or the second back on obeje 4-2 aso and san and the last season or the third. And Pep Guardiola, the predator of the league, is gone. And they say, and one now, Makano, Sebi, yes. When I'm talking about the predator, definitely a bit more Makano. So if we are talking about the jungler, Nipa na no near penny or one into a jet one more Makano. Why the bit me about Betty over now? You hear the point per game, 2.28 in the history of the Premier League. We've seen great managers upon great managers.
Okay.
The likes of Sir Alex Chapman Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho, Rafael Benitez, Roberto Mancini, Manuel Pellegrini, Jorge Nobet Klopp, Memphis Pochettino, Monet, or Mobile, Mentini, and yet the Omuninan all together. This man is the man. Point me again. What the Nana they are. And right now he's gone. Abu, they say, you know, the top 6 managers were that way. Why the betting me about betting you over? And Arsenal last season won the league. But you did not say, see, okay. The reason being said they won the league and they were winning, you know, they won it emphatically. It will be done. But almost said this is the time for us. Okay. They stood up and they made sure say gather the points and after that there was some exclusions from the team. But you must see this big question. Exclusions are about Arsenal. Why in the behalf only one, which is Leandro Trossard. That is the the reality.
I'm not for Zoli's performance so far.
Very, very good player.
Virtually say or replace Trossard.
Makano fear say so when the numbers now they banana league now no wouldn't be bad and compared Premier League.
Yeah.
But then the numbers are not all or better numbers than any Arsenal forward also this year. Any Arsenal forward, including Gyökeres, any Abrantia, your friend Bukayo Saka Munina. They just end this season they can watch or better numbers than them because of more than 20 goals, here more than 20 assists.
And the first competitive game for Arsenal, 2 massive assists.
Yes, very, very good performance. And the inclusions they are having, bringing on board Bruno Guimaraes and then Ezri Konsa in defense. So definitely you will take Arsenal. Now, what are more can we say now? Enzo Maresca be taken over from Pep Guardiola. Anthony Iraola be taken over from Arne Slot. You talk of Michael Carrick taking over from Ruben Amorim. You talk of Xabi Alonso taking over from this coach Ofri. Chelsea recent coach you can say your Rosinia, very good. Or take over from Rosinia, but we don't put Rosinia into account because I'm not for who is on one okay. And you almost turn almost feel say he's coming to take over from Enzo Maresca. Okay. That is why in the picture and then you talk of Roberto Di Zerbi, also Babi take over Tottenham Hotspur. Now, there's a saying in America. The EPL na FCCN. Scientifically, there's a word that we use for it. Strategic asymmetry. And I say opportunistic parasitism.
And say,
breaking it down, I've been breaking it down for now. So I can't strategic asymmetry in the scientific world that is related to football. You find it to say, wako MMA, until did this guy out so wako MMA.
Mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. Obio follow the and said, this is undoubtedly the greatest athlete in that sport. Your friend John Jones, but the full name now John Bones Jones, because I'm saying or Crashy Bones. That is why your friend John Bones Jones. Now, this man okun 30 fights, or we need 28. When Lusu fight, when say when Lusu fight, I don't know we need 28, but 2 na akano. Bako, it was a no contest or one knockout we ya oko. And there was an illegal punch and I'm calling no contest. And there was also another one and also said disqualified.
Okay.
And Tibienu na and me kind of wins the one where Lucy say would not bring them near yes, Ovini. And later a home cobasem. The amount this man or down to 23 years, the youngest winner, our lightweight, light heavyweight, our MMA. The youngest winner, 23 years, no J. Or no Kwani, the only person, or title a fight, Makumaku 16. Able 11 no defend the title, and the move 5 or Kobu be the J title.
Okay.
Oh, they are not one man. This is the only person. As a woman, there is no fighter in the MMA. I know who said, me go face John Jones, no me fast star win enko. Me kwa minye say. The reason being said, this man capitalized on every weakness in the MMA. Or hip opponent ni na no wa say okay. We edie na onim ye pa because he was never the hardest puncher. He was never the best wrestler. the ground and pound, he was never the best. But Nidia no say whatever technique was in the MMA no, osue ni nyina to perfection. Osue ni nyina say se me ni obi yiko na se nipa na the hardest puncher, e dey na metimi aye be counter no. That is to take the person on the ground into a cut air ground no so a or masters hard ye no so. So koshi obi a no see a master of the ground and the afi de meto agina me no obetoto because who nim ntoto there. So or master everything. Enti waka niyama bebre di abom and ama ono na ye unique. Enti say no going back to the EPL, ye must say hold this question. Teams na aka no Pep Guardiola ekono why the betimi take advantage. That is where yes scientifically obeka say strategic asymmetry and I say in other words opportunistic parasitism no will take advantage of others weaknesses no their own strength. Enti sa we aye ka ho asem ti se John Jones no ono oba be ko a ohwe ade a eye weakness no ono de aye adwuma. Enti now going back to the EPL, let me limit it here. The reason I see Arsenal winning the inclusions they are making.
Obi beka say Arsenal Pep ebe free Premier League makono. Current Arsenal manager ene no konye. ABOU no. And send nipa na no ogoro. Where the landlord. Yeah. Ewo Premier League no. Ansa no obekono
defeating the last.
So what they are.
That is it. And besides the inclusions they are making. Ila Melie, the new backup goalkeeper to David Raya, he has been in the Premier League with Leeds before. Okay. Into what that Premier League experience they were. And he was one of the young chaps at England for no England for na edwem no mu feel so bet me rise to become one of the goalkeepers on may rely on, which is Ila Melie or Makofana by in goal post to back up David Raya. Who in defense or a war match no what defense by the way we are saying papa Arsenal there. But they brought in an experienced Ezra Konsa. This is a player or call World Cup Kubobi. Besides, this is a player last season in the Europa League. He won it for Aston Villa. And day in, day out, he was playing regularly. He was a reliable figure in the team.
Now, because of 5 center backs or more experience or Premier League more without Konsa.
Yeah, all the Konsa become because national team no kwa no national team wabwe. Besides, in the midfield, you talk of Bruno Guimaraes. You see, Arsenal may say near creativity near dear Kakrebi, obi or that kind of energy near Denebeba. That is why getting to the latter part of the season. Mobebo, Mas Louis Kelly, Fifi Honum. Now, a typical midfielder who possesses all those abilities and I said those attributes near the Abba. In Bruno Guimaraes, in defend or yen control tempo of the game or yen ko animum ko shego yen ko create bibi otimi ebi omo de naba omo replace animu honum with a branch friend Christophe Zoles. Besides, yes, I to tell common say Julian Alvarez moved to Arsenal no imminent. And day in there they progress. So I'm from Puna Yati Bradley Bacola ne cannot yield the snake. Some players a nip some mobile or some level of quality inclusions every 18. So for me, Arsenal will be my number one to retain the league. You come to the second, third, fourth. But the reason I'm putting Manchester City second in it. Coaches no changes have been them. So I Manchester City, Enzo Maresca can Ababe take over. People are assuming so Ababe take over now. And Yeman bear day the amano kakra because Pep Guardiola and free a big shoe now Ababe shame. But what I see, different from what you people see. And the me Enzo Maresca about Chelsea, you must say hold this question. Did it take him about 2 seasons and son of finding a ready with Chelsea? Wama Major League about Chelsea, but you and I are very much aware. So about Chelsea, no, open one of the managers under this new era, Chelsea, what one home there, Enzo Maresca. And Obama, and taking it so long, he made sure say Obama players Kutano. No, I'm making sure so Obama work it to unknown players near abilities. So I feel there are some players in the team already. We established. And Tikakana Babe Kanwono. Say Enzo Maresca get 1 or 2 things right, so bet me get things going. The reason is Ugo and the goalkeeper insider. Gianluigi Donnarumma, last season there was only one goalkeeper, bet me akasa outright he was the best. David Raya. Dia Kenyina no, obebo Gianluigi Donnarumma, obebo Alisson Becker, obebo Emiliano Martinez. Obebo these goalkeepers who the oya they send yonku. So omo so meaning Manchester City is still having one of the best goalkeepers. Omo air defense on. We have Josko Vardio. People do not see these things so. Josko Vardio, Ruben Diaz. They have Magay. Edu Dia Abdul Kadir Kushanov is one of the players that at least will have a time with the team. And then Omo left back, Omo make sure say Ryan Aitnuri will honor. Omo right back, Abranti FN Matheus Nunes will honor. Nico O'Reilly will honor. So clearly, we have Manchester City at now. There's a bit of stability with honor after the exit of Abrantia, your friend John Stones. You come to the midfield, the honor be problem, kakra. But I know for you this question. Elliot Anderson, I can ask them no. It might be true, say, or mobile the community shield. They were dismantled by Arsenal. But let's not forget, the first game for them. So definitely, there will be things a bit lucky for the manager to correct them. Elliot Anderson already, Premier League no about that. And per what we are hearing, they will make an inclusion before the transfer window closes.
Sure.
And Oma making sure some member Enzo Marais can then the choice Saba. Omo yen se Pep Guardiola di enibi. Yen kofa player Michel Kong. And yen replace player Biasa Akeke. Ye be making sure say be replace. Meaning so who side video no release in replacing Kevin De Bruyne with Ryan Cherky. Who the empenning for Motnas or Moya Sarden, Ferran Soriano mo, Chiki Bagristan mo, or Motnas no more proper analysis no one said there be Ryan Cherky never boa. They were thinking Ryan Cherky now and Sabi now game or from Kakra because it's me Bobona or Sonny Beman ye maybe. But they overlooked it and said there be boy no sir. You can find about a bit me a sardine they free the trim. The quality is in here and they have all these things there. They will make sure that they will bring quality inclusions, and you go to the attack. Ellen Haaland in the Premier League, who bet me about striker be oya they saying. Wingers no mo ya do Premier League no. Who bet me about Abrabe Jeremy Dokune Antoine Semenyo Efrim. Semenyo was competing for the best player last season. Before the modo or performance they come from best, the quality is there. Ryan Cherky per what we saw. So clearly, I say, Man City stability, no, and Shana knew whom for because even the coach has been there with them already, and Wakon Wasaba. So I say, it will be in a way a bit hard for him, but Obe finding the fit during the season. Now, yes, I'm quite saying the answer. Manchester United have done it to and the reason is simple. Manchester United, Omuna Asemna Mekaino, that parasitic, opportunistic parasitism, no. Me take advantage of it. The reason is this. Don't have Manchester United coming into the season, with the exception of Mikel Arteta, or more Makano or mobile competing. I see new faces. On a bigger time kakra with the team. And when you go to the English Premier League, one of the household names is obviously Manchester United. No matter the fact that our performance echo form. It is obviously Manchester United. And per what we saw from the team last season, what's a man for a cast? He said, Ruben Amorim the Omewu. Because when Michael Carrick took over, the points accumulating in Nyano. Said Ruben Amorim nya points ne kakrebi buomana. Bian Michael Carrick to me the Ombe compete you. Let's be realistic.
Yes.
Because Obe take over, let's look at the performance
of the second round of the season.
Or
points United Nyano.
It is Senka first round na Ruben Amorim gather points ne kakra no mutimi nye nya bi bu onoma. Bian ka second round Ombe can one of the favorites to win the league no. It was that time with them. Oko metro honoma. Almost was stability bu omo team. Harry Maguire mo honum. Matthias Delete mo honum. Lisandro Martinez, the performance he gave us at the World Cup, no, you very much impressed. Lenny Yoromo, Aiden Heavy mo, Luke Shaw. You talk of Diogo Dalot, Nuzar Mazraoui. Almost so that kind of consistency now. On the air, might be Amaka wants him so many times. Injuries, no. And nobody knows. And your mom the injuries by how might be during the season. You go to their midfield, the inclusion they've made in the absence of Abrantia, your friend Casemiro, no, I will say, still now, and share that year, I dare bit me as Manchester United have failed that hole, no. But last time, the Casemiro said, those Manchester United fans are replacing Casemiro, they should stop. Every coach, what they will open the team. Casemiro style no on sheda nya bebre wo transfer window ni omo a yenye defense na ni yemu nua ne yensen ne ma no on sheda nya bebre. That is why Paris Saint-Germain omo ni Casemiro type of player omo team but they are dominating the UEFA Champions League. Why? They have players omo team go all round, they have the energy, they almost have that technical ability say ball ni be kuto omo metimi aye, and that is what Manchester United is building in their team. It's Andre Santos ball ni kuto no nimbo.
Okay.
Yuri Telemans ball ni kuta no nimbo.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes ball ni kuta no nimbo.
Okay.
Komenu ball ni kuta no nimbo. And these are all energetic players in a way.
Until the ball so running.
Yes. They can create, they can score, they can do everything. Kakra the amount. So for me, I believe that because of that, and any more for the Benjamin says for picking the form and the carry. Brian in Guamo, Matthias Kuna, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, you who are born or boy under Michael Carrick. So I feel say with that alone, a bit me I'm almost so complete, but I don't see say be a bit me enough, sir, because Manchester United will compete in Europe. Last season, Michael Carrick be take you over. It will be now once a week, one game a week no more.
Yeah.
And United, the more feel say United beat me at the leg, you know. Excuse me. They may only say about how much make a credit. The European competition no more Babylon. I mean, can say players no more honor no or more so low say or more sadi ni bida. I understand, but then they got that advantage because last in Michael Carrick take you over no. Now man for Brendan am hani nema bibi no more relax.
It's a load to be.
Yes, it's a load never kosoro. And you need to rotate between the players. You need to manage some of the players. That is why I feel say, and they are not here. And United, frankly, I will see so I'm on the nearest team mate me compete with Arsenal. But because of that, I feel Man City, that squad depth and everything that them. And the reason Chelsea is here, look, Chelsea fans, Yenji we into Chelsea team no, Omunkoboiro, we understand. Yes, some inclusions, Morgan Rogers, Maxence Lacroix, some of the players, Ababishi Shem, Palestra, so it's a very good inclusion. But Yenji we into Chelsea team no, goalkeeping, and you're one of the best in the league. It is the reality. Defense, won't me more Chelsea player back one. Obeka say call all the teams to walk statistics. I'm talking about the centre backs. Levi Cole would that potential. Maxence Lacroix or that potential. But I'm do one man. There be. You get the point here. Chelsea player bet me aboni din dey aye saade no. Resume. But no kwan injuries inti amanfo bebre were doubt about him. And the Chelsea defense no, and you're one of the best. You go to the midfield. Enzo Fernandez he wants to leave. Are we going to get the best out of him? The partnership with Kai said, very good. But are we sure we will get the best out of him? You get the point. Romeo Lavia, Idris Hanaje, Darius Ubu, have good talents, but the availability will be an issue for Chelsea. More attack now. Morgan Rogers a good inclusion. Pedro Neto Anko Babia or a good player. William Estabao 8 me stay fully fit, Idris Nebehana, a very good player. Brino Gittins, Mobed, the Omodia Kakrabeke Kanka, and Shadanya Bibri, Nicola Jackson, Modi Omodia Cajon, Joao Pedro, and the Omdebeke Cajon, Dan Warbeck, Nate, Dean Henderson, Jordan Henderson, the more experience in the room. But I still feel, say, they can't attack us now. Set the amount for me boosting off. They were Erling Brot Haaland. They will play a bit to Antoine Semenyo or compete as the best player last season. They were Jeremy Doku, one of the best wingers in the world, not just in the English Premier League. Chelsea to me in Casa Di Nibisa. See a good player be near or non quite Jina Honomo Rocky shoulder with player be able in Indian. Chelsea in shed any baby sour with him. That is why I feel say Chelsea or Moon need that work load near Europe next year. But still now, the first season for Xabi Alonso. A lot will be demanded of the boys because of the star. And I feel, and no money enough, but they should keep calm for Xabi Alonso. I feel, say, the continuous air seasons, Xabi Alonso will be one of the best coaches, obey me about Chelsea to win something. But baby, just is here, I don't see Papa at Chelsea, and Papa at Xabi Alonso. So meet me at the leg, And two coaches or Mudiam Bemna, a Liverpool coach, and then Raola, and a Tottenham coach.
Upon silence as Percy.
Omanya a very good defense because all her defense no ma sign. Ayi wo honom Mickey van de Ven wo honom dada. Kevin Danso, yes, Kevin Danso wo honom. Omaka akofa Jean-Paul van Hecke e de na banje so ha that Netherlands partnership na because we in future no more aban because Van Dijk yini Netanaki also winning
okay
and we have jump over and heck and Mikel van der Ven the new faces or move take you over our Netherlands team into a baby or a good defense our team but you go to the midfield you go to the attack still and who's more lucky even if Savino and Omar Mamouche inclusion are we sure say the Savino no Omar Mamouche a leg because how many more no also know the bet money sir you see the names are not names that said they make can won't mean boast of baby Solanke no Richarlison money and for Monjele Mamouche won the fair share of the talent Savino won the fair share of the talent but they will need some people that will lead and they will follow. But Tottenham and per what has happened to them in the past 2 seasons, they should be focusing on maintaining themselves at what the top air league tables rather than going for the title.
Okay.
So for me, I don't see Tottenham. So make me a BBA, but it's a good team they are building. And then Iraola, Liverpool for the MON-FRI. This man, the intensity on the Bebano, boys need to be a team. What's a game as here? I Bournemouth, you saw it.
Yeah.
Or per time, the MON-FRI, my opponents and Omo and looking at Liverpool players now on them here. I think say who go critique in prior on the teams had in the looking at what they have right now. I feel say on bet me but that kind of now this man they baby room that is why all Bournemouth second half the game more bono second half goes to help him because the players they pressing more into a bepon game now go send the team na bre into Liverpool Omo man enya normal for this season Yempo game or match 2 goals, 3 goals, and the crana. Opponent, I want the chance or me take advantage. Opponent, what the chance or meeting the attitude Liverpool foreca. So for me, I think this is the whole thing I've gathered now, and I feel say baby ejine. Say obi an kwa major inclusions bia to say Chelsea we ade be say Chelsea akwa sign Victor Osimhen mesre we no me na me de baye but I am mama me ho kwa na me sesa bibi kakra wo. Be editing. It is a major sign. United team no. So I'm saying one major sign in the Shema. Yentu ebu ase kakara. But baby, just see ya injury be my player fufuro be my. Ne di omo see ane di. I see Arsenal winning the league. Man City second, Manchester United third, and then Chelsea fourth. Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. Unfortunately, on me say out on the top top 4.
Okay. Now Arsenal what prediction be na?
I see Arsenal winning this game. 3 goals to 0. I don't see Coventry or more Coventry is go back to relegation. I don't see it that way. Lampard then the boys on hard way. Who some be maintain your in the league. But to me net ade hu bia but maintain.
So and if possible normal to Toma.
I see Arsenal winning this.
You don't 2 Ghanaian players.
Yeah. Ebon Pie say no one be hu. And almost so a very good game because against Arsenal. So it means 30 years. No motivation will be against other opponents. So we wait to see, but I don't think anything out of this game. Arsenal is going to take the win, and for me, my correct score will be 3-0. I don't see Arsenal conceding in this game.
But I say, Sir Prince now telling Kanu Salmon on same, and the Premier League shall say why justice to the clubs that would say or more. About contenders for the Premier League. La Liga already why want to matata. Ricardo Vara said why a lot of messages about Abedra. Where a special request from our man identify our success. Oko Facebook so hey, I'm on for enjoy sports and Honorable Abedi Kwadas Sukuma say Dr. Abedi Kwadas watching live and clear at TKB Microcredit Services at Bushan Ayas. Bra Pounds, or see Clement watching you from Dunkwao. No bin, beautiful. I'm watching from home. Well done, original. Malam, GH&D. Or see this Andy from Asantimampo, Abuntemba area. Gideon Tano, watching live at Sesreso, Domahin Crew. And Saforo Manpower watching you live from Asantimampo Kofiasi. Chelsea is winning the EPL. Alfred Afo, Alfred inside Kumasia Doom. Please, any fantasy football league for us Ebeba Ricardo Barasmo Young Ebeba. Sasso Anna Atam Anthony watching live from Upper East from BC. Anna Hernandino Baba Crispo. Yusuf Crespo Kunsu watching you live at Crespo 17 DSTV Center. Awodia, keep the fire burning. Augustine Apiaje, Augustine watching you live from Achemade. I love you guys. Okay, where John Ray or say John Amwa watching live from KNUST. Anna Bashiru Gambo Javi watching live from Ahafu Kenya's number 2. Ibrahim Sadiq IB from Tepa Mabai. Samson K Ajay Samson from Techiman. Watching live from Tamale Tesugu. My top 4 in La Liga. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Real Madrid. Bright Kwasi Bikil. Fiabe Bright Kwashi from Pong Eastern region. And Desmond appear. Desmond inside of Blekuma. You guys are doing a great job. Abdul Malik Vasco from Wiamoase. Ashanti Prof. Daniel Ahemfor. No. Was it Reverend Orchard Daniel Ahemfor? Currently watching live from Akuapem Amanokrum. And Richard Akwasi Folsen. Takra Day. And we're so Emos. Was watching live from Brekum inside Thursday market. Okay. New boy, as I said, new boy from Tema Community 10. Randy White, Ransom from Koforudia, and Nasiru Yakubu, Serious Nas, and a Champ Isaac, BIS 1 inside Kumasi Bremai, and Michael Sosa, Sir Prince, where dear Obo, Liverpool. Aqua Steven, watching live at Tema Oil Refinery. Ken Jr., my name is Ken Jr., watching live from Kokoso. Nana Amwako Clement, Crespo from Adansia Sukwa. Dominic Bafojo, live at Achuma Niribehi. And Pakot, Wachi Iadom, Wachi Offenso. Emmanuel Boabeng, Moski from Gomwa Manso. Idrisu Wasiu. Tozik from Amantain. And Issa Yusuf. Yusuf Issa watching you from Imam. Alex Wahine Amwa, live from Chianse. Benji from Fancy. A lot. Akina Dompe from Babiani. And Idris Razak Abdul. Cassidy watching from Brekum. Sofutre. And Netkin. Bafo from Sunyane. Frank Ankopia. Obuase Sanso. A lot and our bastard going to be in Kakaka and from where you and admin social media manager a brantipaya success and a said a man same for baby will be a show ni efi tini acknowledge mono Ricardo
Ken
Remember Roman
Ken mami birthday we quick na then twaso my friend in Chem was a good mind now.
Yes. It's a good mind.
The chairman Bako, Kalusha Buala, one of the people in Nigeria near Shannon. And they on the birthday, in Juma, and so Kalusha. I mean, more on your case. I mean, Manchester United, a coon. The Uber Bompires and the birthday. Manchester United, come out weekend. I come on, me picture no more. There is all munya. Oh, Kalusha. I mean, sure, on your case.
Collins, Momonya, Monsha Mumane. Monsha folder.
Then twice now in common on fine free or. Ken, I say, a Juma, as you say, Nippon in iron or assassins, anyhow, or more funny purge, massy funny pa. That is exactly what Mikel Arteta, anyone, your friend better on. Andra better. And near Juma, we know Arsenal team. Yes, they don't pick people who can play one position.
Okay.
They pick players that will definitely give them multiple positions. Enti wa ya Arsenal ni bia no kohwe bete din komo about omo sign cons and some more kind say he's comfortable in the back four and also at the right side. This is the number 2. And that is exactly what Arsenal did in recent times. Calafiori, as we know, is a centre back by trade, but he can also play as a left back. And then I hear the man Arsenal team no. Ben White, in multiple positions, no ball Arsenal team, and they've brought in someone that that same level of performance. And if you look at as you call
the lone player, you might permanent and Kapie,
the same thing. Centre back and left back again. And you know this Kelly Abba Medford no. That is to tell you
but that's a major problem or more problem pass so yeah major problem by a right back
and
Ben White in Shadanya trusted
so as you
Timber but Timber also ne physique no.
They are players that you can't count on them if you want to be challenging for trophies because bet and come on actually say defense one thing that something they hold in high esteem to make sure say solve your more problems so we need trophies. So they bring in players that definitely will be at that level. So they brought him in. Say Timber on White to her. Now say as you constantly he's an upgrade over the 2.
Okay.
And the only that the favorite positioner in the last 7 years, what was Aston Villa there. But he will get that opportunity at the right back.
But the okay, so what you so as a competition by Arsenal defense because initially Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba 4 and 5. Even if you have Mosquera, nano community shot all partner Gabriel. Who train Kapie Suba, Utimi Bobatse Kapie no, or man call left side and more.
Because they are going to compete all the tournament bowl. Arsenal winning league, and since 1930, Arsenal and G League back to back.
Okay.
So if they want to do it, it's something that you need to have your full Arsenals available. Arsenal want to win the Champions League for the first time in their history. And if you want to do that, look at the luxury of times, and as a luxury of time, Paris Saint-Germain team to rest players and still compete in the league and compete in the Champions League. So that is exactly what Arsenal answer it is. How far Arsenal goalkeeping department, now about Arsenal defense, about Arsenal midfield, Bob Ma, and no quite anymore, but the issue no one more, the number 9 position. Okay, no tina average Diano, about something that Arsenal wants to do it at all means. And he's tested the Premier League. He's won the Premier League. So him adapting to Arsenal system in the Premier League, wouldn't be something that a big deal. Arsenal with the money to spend if they desire to spend. If Amari person will move here, they will be able to get him. Nobody demand and sweat to be their mom. So Arsenal, they are doing so well for themselves, and everything points to the fact that they want to win trophies, they want to win the Premier League, they want to win the Champions League. And who near the baton, man? Now he needs to continue. If nothing changes, next day will see Tiani selling the team sit down. The sign of Bessia in the next 2-3 years there. Except Mikel Arteta and Arsenal FA League the bomb because they have the quality, they have the player, they have everything in terms of consistency, players available. BBR now so fast now if you are partnership no abuso. You can decide to go with Sensumendu, you can decide to go with him. Maybe our ball Bruno Akano. Now say Declan Rice you are home, you World Champions League. And you can bring him in and pay any of the 2. And we are doing Kanamat, only Coventry first time in the Premier League for the last 25 years. They wouldn't pose any trade here. You can decide to go with one of the defensive midfielders and bring Odegaard, Mobile, or more Vivio. They have multiple number of pivots that they can play. It will give them the same result. So us now building a team and say is here. So we see your Kwamua. I am not man Babroso. Trophy come in terms of major trophies come at the Arsenal chair, and they've seen how it feels. Say minim and no one the way see here and come to me make share Arsenal group pictures no mutai no. Who the Arsenal for ne? Obi o twa picture ni biano edne sa logo no so say Arsenal na champion. Gold ne ball monsa. Okay. That is to tell you that as soon as nowadays they want to be winning and winning and winning. Make up
I want a trophy and Ojia Ed.
Look at the kind of Nyoma Edema as a player. For the first time in Arsenal's history, you are the person that was league since 2004. That alone. Into the minimum say we the way the moment as we meet the pictures memo Moses David Raya the Premier League. We the Clan Rise, Bukayo Saka, Omuni na Ubiad in search the Premier League. Odegaard in search the Premier League. So to tell you just I want the Premier League now. And you definitely want to continue. That's
the Premier League badge now.
Yes,
as the champions.
Oh
yes. Into Omu Jesse no.
Omuni na do omonsa akere so.
They are the champions.
Hey, Odi Bukayo Saka, David Raya yebi, Declan Rice yebi. Obiad ne say akere so. And look at it. It's something to tell you that you want to get it more. Because one thing I fear next year so it's something to tell you they are building a very solid team. And I think the Arsenal will be able to compete. And if you look at Omuniomo in the last 2 years, Ken, and so Arsenal ball in the Champions League, no few quarter final. The next time no ba or a semi. The next time no or a final. So some friend you can't write Arsenal off in the Champions League. Because in the last 3 years, or quarter, or semi, or final. It is a sad and next time they can be the champions of the Champions League. And the players available to them, actually, but Biaboma every concert, we saw him at the World Cup. The 7th season he spent at Aston Villa, we saw the performance that he gave. And Kapi, solid performance. No, so they have a good team, and Mikel Arteta needs to enjoy. They say, Nimre Premier League,
because I wonder, say, Eddie Kaba said, Arsenal, Vinicius Junior. Initially, I thought it said, sec transfer rumors. Over Kaka and Sanami Grandma de the breakdown of Fulham say, authentic, but even production. Menena senior Bumo. Amamukramuka say do some transfer strategy.
Yes.
Ebe try say be an camp krano and because Arsenal can minimum player the value was so
they're not going for that kind of player.
Arsenal krana do big Arsenal na ke be fa de neko.
Yes.
Barcelona and Madrid say be fa Saliba.
That is how teams are. They want to be champions and they want to compete with the big boys in here. How many times are not Chelsea deny now just a team for Chelsea player ko. Now on TV, Manchester United, national also keep player. We know.
Or no be foul or big boy.
Liverpool wanted the no. Or keep players no. No about Fabia count. That is how big boys here. So we are there. Manchester United enjoy mu period and no mu league no to so. Manchester City abefa. Chelsea had their DS kakra on and off kakra, but they have DS. And now our drew Arsenal. And in the Premier League, new boys and also in terms of coaching, and they are now to build a team. Arsenal team he can decide not to even play any of them. Arsenal can still compete in the Premier League. So they are doing quality signings, and I think that Mikel Arteta Juma. And you obe Coventry City as well. Lampard be obe Juma, but this game
Premier
League. Go for so person bet no Juma. Go for Arsenal win over 2.5.
Okay.
8 times scorer Bukayo Saka be say good amount. So it's something that ain't me enye hu bia. Ken. So we need sika. Put me a lot of things. Ema ye hu sampa. You're able to survive. And bibia towa e ho na otimi hu wo other potentials. In 2021, COVID buying, a lot of people identified their potentials in the social media game, TikTok, and people are influencers and all that. You are able in a way take decisions, hasty decisions. You'll be able to find a lot of things about you, and that is in Barcelona's case. Barca is a team that they really do well with Omola Masia guys, and I say, team. Let me put it that way. And I'm going to crowd on time, they're able to give them an opportunity for them to flourish. But I mean, a lot of mistakes at the top players be no Barca in yawo. And the Barca do this financial situation of boom. Laporte and they've been able to try as much as they can to compete in that stage, and now they are coming back in kakra. Barcelona pen a bit me I do know me with Rodri. Many of the teams can't do it because a team that situation, won't even go toe to toe with these kind of teams, but they were able to pull it off, and now they have their man. Ken, Alvarez say a Barcelona no person. Sikan more gain the Barcelona to pay. Lautaro Martinez AC in the last 3 years or so. Sana basa 1 year. And you want to go BM say OC from no number. No about BC from no call. So we never know what OC from. Lewandowski ba no OC from. That's Suarez do ba no nyansi from sa. Yeah, but omun na no. Utim so mba no from country. Lewandowski the latest case study a yedi hunko. Lautaro Martinez ni si. Wait you over 100 million or so. And then
this is the situation Atletico Madrid and you're ready to broker in the deal.
Then one now panel by Eddie Unyano. You tell Martinez no your other option. The same thing. You are in that region. But don't be more that performance if you ever pay in the next 10 years. Then they have a jewel in their hands that brand transfer in Hamza Abdul Karim. They have a jewel in him. It's not because of the games are over. Forget about the goal that he's scoring. When the general output, when the general play, I'm not in any way comparing him to Erling Haaland, but with that trait, that number 9 thing now, of amount presence in the box, the movement here solid. Ball can and so to me the ball near BB. Ken Barca with that track record, giving opportunity to nobody to be somebody. Go back and check Ure and Sergio Busquets. Who knew him? Barca gave him the opportunity, and now you the kind of performance of better than my team in Barcelona. Fakye was a rejected stone of Manchester United. He came back, and all of a sudden, over here, word beater, one of the best defenders are Benyan Ubias. But he was a rejected stone of Manchester United. Who was Messi? They gave him the opportunity. Who was Lamine Yamal? Now he's the talk of town. Obia didn't know come. Obia can't want him. Hey, Boyan Keke, who was Pedro? So they are a team that almost track record say players are almost more opportunity be able to deliver.
Tinkamu say komo amodin ko Hamza Abdul Karim num.
He would
done some splendid huge.
Ken, he would do the job for them.
Because so pre-season way. Sa pre-season be focus no dem.
In what there yemfa goes in 2010. Channel Ujina Park in this one. The movement, clock it. The presence in the box, clock it. Or jebo na nkasa so ye mobo na kakro betu mama wan so clock it. These are the traits you need in a striker. And so that make no say you reman da make say that be on be kolo. Say Barcelona nya sa Gonzalo Garcia na they will never let him go at this material time because more track record say they will give the opportunity to the players if they will be able to deliver.
That's so many bisua we draw Fernandez on dom ko PSG. Na sa 20 Fernandez your motontom.
King, those players were players that in their respective position no munya me draw Fernandez on the position na no pa bon him na ebo. Time na no ho no. Unya bi mo. Tina make say when Alvarez no I will not say by all means give the opportunity to Aban defend Hamza. Ebi niwo and ebi ni want na ha owura a friend or Javi Eddie Lamine Yamal buy. And he's giving them everything. Say you do didn't come. Oh, Mendes, he didn't come. Say Ballon d'Or, the most special players. And now, Obi Oye special, and you revel Lamine Yamal. It was because of Barca and they gave him the opportunity. Send the Debiara da, who be your more. Omayan Katibon never frank at Papamuru. If you are baby, but looking at Atlanta and Hamza Abdul Karim, Ken, he's showing glimpses of what he can offer Barcelona team. They need to give him the opportunity. And Hansi Flick, when he came to Barca, no need money to spend. The last 2 La Ligas were Team Yaji. He's looking to make it a hat-trick in the La Liga. I think that the guy will whatever it takes. Barcelona team will support him. I've seen games that Omo Bob, which was Colane Bonoma and Kuye more. The way Omo team into Sifa Bond, something more, 8 million and 20 more. It tells you, say, they have trust in them and they will be able to deliver for Tima. Barcelona. He has everything to be a top-notch striker. And so Timo has new release clause say 50 million. According to report, Omar between the 150. It's to tell you the kind of a Juma boy in here, and they have trust in him. So they should leave him and no you. Tell Martinez nobody here. This is Canada. Oma Hamza boy you. Oma Hamza boy here. It will be something that a bit in your bomb. In your presentation, now we didn't come about Tottenham coaching. DIABY. Me more you know me the into omu do van to so. And I didn't know Hamza the number. Ken, you can't spend this money and come and give us video cap performance. The signings Tottenham Iron on any day they need to compete because they have some players in their team where they will be able to compete in teams in the so meeting league, you know. Ken, so Fasando Tonali Bar. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Very good player. And no go of number in your midfield. Oh, Matheus Fernandes. We saw him at team of friend of West Ham United last season. Yeah. He's a good player. You have him in your team. Savio Dean come also with him, but he's a good winger. Just that one sumo team of friend Man City. For sure, Paul Van Henke more. They will give you something good. What fire Senesi free, Robertson free, or the experience to give you everything worth it all. Dubravka a goalkeeper that have a solid performance on any game.
So, I na Sir Prince Mame ABOU about Mickey van de Ven and Van Hake. Na Senesi so say Obende.
Ken, and then the track squad they crown.
Yeah, almost
one of the finest centre backs and I telling teams in the
he's been able to convince all of these guys no them back to the table. So you expect a lot from him. He needs to deliver. He's one manager that can need that.
Roberto DIABY.
He plays beautiful football. But he will score a lot of goals, but he will concede a lot of goals. Tottenham, they've gone out of their way. You know, must spend this because Tottenham, you know, the entire you say when you continue was because of some best spend you. So for now, if coach to say DIABY a bar, in recent times, coaches are Tottenham form. He is nowhere near any of them in terms of Bra or Mabo. So I Antonio Conte. Who are you to be compared to Omo? But almost signings only and there into munya issue with Tottenham. But what do you no master? They are open Tomam. And if they are able to get to you Omama Muja, then they will hear in your team. He needs to deliver. And some hours say amount for Canada, amount for Tottenham Kwana. It will be intense when the season is started. Now, marriage was a because team name crown squad name crown. He should be able to be competing for the Premier League and even in the top 5. Is it top 5 when they call you in the top 5 because we saw Pochettino doing well with Tottenham. We expect you to do same. So I think it's been a good thing. I'll be happy if Omama Muje move here because he's not being himself for Man City. The kind of performance. You don't see it, sir. So maybe issue going out of the team. No, yeah, they are a bit but the rate at which when you lose players, you should be very careful. Yeah, Enzo Maresca. You should be very, very careful.
Sen say a Rodri Kwana na episode.
Lose.
To be honest, Obia Watnas episode no as somebody players. Obet me implementing a style.
That is the opportunity given to him. Omudi Bibia and in Sasa on yes, again, when we give you that opportunity, now the number of players bar. The honor ya pamu ayan whom you know. Shoe na shano no sunada. We to refer na ye Pep shoe and no babe fashion. We've seen teams suffering after a very long time our coach be do. So if anything is to go by, that is exactly what is going to happen. So Ken, you need to be very careful.
But I say Ricardo Barros now because in Liverpool. We will never and never walk alone. We will do our best, but we will not win the league this season. And as Slot nearly collapsed the team, Fakye Sports, you are doing a very good job. Keep it up. We the Doyen, Winniba, and I order some message we as to Ifra or the Abba. We so say, good day, Fakye Sports. Great to see the EPL bouncing back. Liverpool will surprise you all. The Liverpool team is not that bad. It only needs some few additions and boom, we go. We are going to get a new EPL winner. Benghazi from Ablekuma Oduman. And Benghazi the way to free Abba. We also say hello, Fakye Sports. I'm Dia, watching live from North Industrial Area. Okay, Diayate. Manchester United will struggle with their small squad. they are playing. They were playing once a week without injuries. It was only Dogu and Martinez who were sidelined in the closing stages of the season. Evans, Essel, Abuakwa Agogo, and Evans Difraba. Wales was a Future Sports update on Chelsea. Which team did Ricardo support? Sir Prince is right. Arsenal are favorite to win the league, but second to fourth place, it will change. Okay. The ABC. Good evening, Future Sports. You are the best. Arsenal is winning tonight. Zoli scores from Owusu Banye Tachiman Bono East and Owusu Banye Ediwe Free Aba. We shall say, Ken, my top 4 predictions. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2, Man City 3, Man United 4. This is my prediction. I foresee Arsenal struggling a bit in the league because they will put their focus on the Champions League. Greetings to Ricardo and Sir Prince. Catalyst from Pandu and Ode Abba. We shall say, good evening, Luther King. See Ghanaians, so a moment FA president sort them out. We have forgotten this short. I was why. It was FA president so to be good afternoon, Luther. God bless you and your crew. Lampard from Quotafo and a Lampard so Ede Abba. We so also good afternoon, Future Sports. My top 4 predictions of EPL: Liverpool 1, Man City 2, Arsenal 3, Newcastle United 4. From Senior Kite, Cordial Crew from Ena Odiwe Eso Abba. Good afternoon, Future Sports. I'm Kasim, watching you live from Wenchi. Please, I want update on Rudiger and Mohamed Salah. Okay. I'm update. Nero message. You know, Jimmy Abotrema Opana. So I'll do message. Hello, Future Sports. Football starts tonight at Emirates Stadium. Not an easy game for Arteta and his team because Lampard was the last Chelsea coach to beat Arteta at Emirates Stadium. Don't forget, Oscar Edifristia and Oscar Edwiba. We shall say hi, Future Sports. Good afternoon. I'm Kwabena Nature from Doma and Sesre. So instead of Deco use our money register new players, he is always using us traveling budget. Keep up the good work. Guys, if you prefer Deco, good afternoon, Fache. I'm Nana Ampos. Inside MON-FRI. I wish Partey a very best of luck. Please, Robert Sanchez will not help. Robert Sanchez will not help Chelsea at all this season. Alonso should go for Pickford. Thank you. Alonso also a man obey issue. Good afternoon, Ken. Please update on Manchester United's transfer stories. Baliba and Lewis Shaw. Okay, no dear. Yeah, baby, behind the baby. Good evening, guys. Partey refused to go 2 years ago for a 200 million euros transfer. He refused again today. What's he going to do there? Message, you know, clear because last time they know for no do. Okay, I say we thank God for today as I enjoy my best social life at Drobon. So, Kiluta, I really admire you. Say or say to Mugabe, say, me yada pa. Afache TV, Francis from Offenso, enjoying the show. Francis here that say, and good afternoon, Kiluta. Paparos from Mori in the central region. Football is back. My EPL top 5. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 2, 3, Chelsea 4, Man City 5. Good evening, Luther. Partey will prove everyone wrong. Ogala from Obuasi Tutuka and Ogala Edi Ifraba. Benji Makai Edada. We so say Partey do it. One for the Amfa Ama. Good luck, Partey. One for the Ama. My name is Starboy from Sevilla. Please, as Barca gotten a Plan B player after Atletico Madrid rejected Barca's offer. And now they say Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan. And Omo Pese Omodena Eba. na bia come a lot of messages about so our na we so say Junior Dybala, good evening, Kane. I'm Dybala enjoying the show life at Winnipeg. Kane, Jamal Musiala must be dropped out for 3 to 4 months for him to come back strong. Hala Madrid all the way. Akonoba Kwame Appiah, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Spurs. The prediction, Pepra Dako, the legend, enjoying the show live inside Techimabunu East from Jomain legend. Amani, please, there is a hot debate here. Please, Pep Guardiola and Mourinho, who is the best? Sir Prince. I want to see debate. We are your boys. Let's say Piana say.
Sir, why in the bed?
Who is the best? Pep and Jose Mourinho. Yeah. Sir, per trophies. I was a Moshada Peda.
Frankly,
I'm best say man.
Who choose Obebre?
To board of Muzazi.
Serious, who choose Obebre? Pep and Jose.
Based on preference.
Yeah, a baby based on preference. Because
Elisha Ofori was say Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 2, Atletico Madrid 3, VRF 4, Atletico Bilbao 5. Aduma David watching you live from Inswatre. And Elisha Odian Maka Benjamin Boateng watching from Konongo. Frank Apeku, good one. Ade George, I'm watching from Tech Bomso. Rebecca Sante, Chelsea all the way. And what about Paul Ade? I am Fury. Big ups to you guys. Yeah, that's a kwaku from Paul. From Obuase, also Diana Bakin Junior, Diaba Jennifer, Amwakua, hi Facha. I'm watching you live from Brema Asikuma. Keep the fire burning. Jennifer, and the Aba Abrantepa Kwaku, also DNA, or say I'm EDK from Ashale Boutre. Keep up the good work. Baba Bombi. Say hi, I'm watching live from Techima in Liverpool the way. Promise single Carlos Baliba update please. Bartels Walker, Fetchers plus more. Akono in Takwa Bremai Enono. Yamfa Ensia. Na yen die. We are bad ya come in and ibenya da je ye fro. Eso ediamame.
from the heart of Kumasi.
Right, Sebastian, I'm a Quaba Beam at the Abba Fakye teams of and a Gusua, ya did bro, Shannon song, 5:45, and ya did Jumadin Ebebana, we have a customer do ama 5:45 no abwa, who are Quenya Sewa Woshe, what would tea baby will be an also be free, now would what drink chaba, never be so at me, I kama. Na maminya quick birthday winner and 5 and twaso and fa emma more, na bibiaso enye kama. Where Kelvina Abable, and then I will do birthday. Kelvina Abable, happy birthday, Sir Radisha, Radian Bible Edmao. One Casau Mame Joyce, and the same few Jumadi so Emma, I would apa. Yes, Sir Radisha, and Radian Bible and Famao. T. Kelvina. Yes, Sir Radisha, the old one should be an Radiman Rep and Famanti. Happy birthday. Yamishrapa. Right, my entwas fa a year a fisem no entwaso emfa emamo na bibia so enye kama. Na Roma, honorable sports minister Onmonyamfo Kofi Adams. Wakasa kwaya Ghana ya football no ya be fa so ebetumpon.
The Colombians, we engaged some of them. You know what? They said at the last World Cup, immediately it ended, they started saving towards the next World Cup. Wherever it will go, they will go. Do we have that kind of environment? We need to create it. It can't appear as magic. It has to be created. You, him, me, the camera people at the back there, the media, all of us would have to work in tandem to create that kind of atmosphere. It's not a one woman or one man's job. Our league is competing with the English Premier League, the Championship League, TikTok, streaming platforms, gaming, and every other form of entertainment available on the mobile phone. We are competing with all these platforms. So don't think you are alone. That is why you must do things to attract. Have you seen any butterfly move to any plant without flowers or fruit? So you need to create something to attract.
I know I am Sama, the sports minister, Edituga, and Tia football. No, say per se, you need to no more be a factor, say any football air competing. No. The local football no and the tutu Ghana. McAdoo, Ghana Football Association Vice President. Also a kasa for Ghana Premier League headline sponsor. No.
I think the marketing department in the FA continue to work all the time. And as more sponsors come in, we will definitely make sure. I mean, GPL is our best product, so we have to also make sure that we have the right fit in terms of the right sponsor, but I can tell you for a fact that part of the work that we are doing now in terms of even the media rights, and then the other TV stations that we're picking up is quite substantial. So even though we may not necessarily have like a headline sponsor, but there are other work that's going on there for you to see the benefits that the teams are currently enjoying. So,
and yeah, openly announced the FA Vice President McAdoo, and I would say Senator Okasano. Now, openly friend George Seja, a chairman at the Referees Association of Ghana. Now, Wakasa about the referees' motivation.
The motivation is one. The insurance is still in place, and we know clearly once once training and development is up to us, so definitely our members are out, prepared and ready for this particular contest. We have almost where we are getting to the tail end of whatever they are supposed to do to get ready, because the Premier League will take off on 4th September, and we are ready to do it. But there are outstanding payments.
I know George Seja, Chairman, Edmund Referees Association of Ghana, and I can motivation once about the referees. Now, Urama Ata Poku, Adriana Stars, almost see you, no. Na Congress Okobi and after the Congress, also Kasai.
Well, I would want to say this is the single most significant and transformative declaration by the FA president in his entire tenure. Now, there has to be consistency. Clubs took the money last season. We took 1 million Ghana cedi. And coming here today, we are not even certain that we are going to receive another support or cushion for the upcoming season. Putting money directly into the pocket of Aduana Football Club and 17 other Premier League clubs, 1 million Ghana cedis, is very, very significant and transformative. You take away some of the burden that we face. For a Ghana like this, we could say that about a third of our budget has been taken care of if we get 1 million Ghana cedis. It's significant. But when we move on, the list is out. You've seen venues that have been approved and venues that have not been approved. Now, if you have a stadium in Sunyani, if you have a stadium in Koforidua, if you have a stadium in Kumasi, if you have a stadium in Wa, it improves the league significantly. Once you are able to maintain those facilities well, we won't talk about Ghana has only one CAF or FIFA approved or certified infrastructure for our games. So that pronouncement from the minister is also significant. We are
I know Collins Atapuku, Papa Puku na dodo afeno. When they see you, Edima Adriana Bobo Ekono. No Congress in the banner we and also Kasa said we see Congress no and some are the FA president and the executive members and Edibert Tuga and an Ochechim at the MIA. Now Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum so Kasa about the youth team coaches no which national A teams now youth side in the coaches now Wakasa Afa.
To me, as far as the youth system is concerned, I think we need more competent, quality, qualified coaches at the grassroots, those who have seen it. Unfortunately, we don't have them there. Those who are at the grassroots are those who have passion for the game. And some of them even have no license. Some of them are former players who are using their experience to coach. And I don't think it's the best for our football. If you go to elsewhere in Europe and America, those who are very experienced are the very people who coach. You go on YouTube and what have you. Look at the coaches who are there. Old coaches, very experienced. Look at their track record. But then it's the other way around here. So I think we need to make sure that we strengthen our grassroots coaching development program where these former players and individuals who have passion to coach are empowered in terms of the content and the methodology to be able to coach these younger ones to transition or graduate through the process gradually to the top. To me, as far as the youth system is concerned,
I know coach Dr. Nate Prosper Ogum and I Kasa said the grassroots no coaching system on be improve na retired footballers esubetimi awuram na adwuma no maye ni ye and what chiri awuram John Michael Obi eso kan se bia fa Andre Dede Ayo.
Oh, Andre Ayew is the guy, isn't he? He's the main man, isn't he? You talk about the legends of Ghana football. You talk about Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah, Asamoah Gyan, the guys that I played against. Of course, then you talk about Andre Ayew. I think he's a top player. I played against him a couple of times. I think so. But he's a great guy. He's a top player, a great human being. I think if you talk about African football, I think he might be the guy that can, bring some changes to Ghanaian football. So I'm looking forward to it. So if you guys want to ask him a lot of questions on Sunday, you have the time to do it. So excited. Oh, Andre Ayew is the guy, isn't he? He's the main man, isn't he? You talk about the legends in.
Now, John Michael Obi said obi obetima Ghana football ni ye no Andre Dede Ayew na Black Stars goalkeeper Benjamin Asare obi a chen plot of land asase na mame a ye friend Janet Fosu ene de asase no eche no yentie
for life is our life.
Sure. This plot me catch a plot na down in Yano. So, and see 100 by 140. And see a corner plot. And see your best idea
already. Benjamin Asare no Mami efeno Janet Fosu na ede plot ede ama Benjamin Asare ti opebia onfa enye na ye wie kra no ene ye baby jet asamojan ene ni nua ba afrojan on papa 1 week no ene na ye die na ohwe football legends ahodoa ewuram was sports minister Ghana Football Association president munyina rival sports minister ni Folk Kofi Idi Adams, Stephen Tornado Apia, Munina, where Sami Tuga, Samuel Seku for Asamoja ni Adia Tonani, Unia, ne papa Danny Bunkumso, Omudion Papa na Ochenda, Nessa Oche, Dede Ayew family no sono ebaye, led by Abedi Ayew, Omo Enye, Omunina Ebrema Ebabe Gracie. Now mo observe na bia so atima ye kama nti wotwa ebia so ye kama nti yemfa nsia pata de yakeka dodo na ntima yenwram ne ani nkomo kakra se prince ma me sha se wo ho nsam de dodo na ede agu efom wa fisem mo ne se obo ase so na nkwan no mo hwe se go as gold nkan no congress no Nkwambeka so ma left band no so man tehwe.
That's another thing we need to talk about. That's really another thing we need to talk about. But achame.
Enye obi a wotie bi obi onimu bi anu se u face weather.
Weather ne hard. Uzi me face weather. Eno California kasa de show mu. Wonu ma say when you flu, when you go, ye kata na achim yo. Nye flu, miniska, bema.
What you do?
Miniska, kata na achim. Wow. Sorry. I think that man. When you say I'm making no kata na achim, nye flu.
Who did flu? I said European footballers, no. Yes, the game we are moving is when you flu. You be someone I'm saying. I didn't even be a katana. Ya didn't know
miniska. This country,
kata.
I can't just go pay here and the office in a true.
Surprise, queen.
But we didn't come on na. And Anabu Kofi Adams and a cat, Omodin, Bobby Bree, by Emma. He didn't come on be at his house, how could be a biddy. And now, I never come to me and touch war a sweet. Eh, that stadium a happy building in this country. So, say, Iraka said. Initially, now the president of the land, John Dramani Mahama, I think Obisi stadiums need 6. This is what see only 6, no BC 10.
6 na do 10.
Yeah.
No, you understand said that.
Now, the me person me musa say presidential term no do do say na Yura Mahama obetimi. In the last 1 year. Yeah. Ghana,
yeah, a constitution. In
the last one. So I was just trying to look into it. Now I said, okay, how is it even possible? Because and yet Kasakeke, everyone said, how are we going to be able to do it? And looking at the years I want to 10 years, I strongly feel say. This shouldn't be the case. And I said, this shouldn't be the communication that should be coming to Ghanaians at this moment.
Through the sector minister.
Yes.
And as sector minister,
that is it.
President.
It means
authorizing.
Yes, it means yatmase. Any adre one actually the asha one no say wo poka. because in yes, I'm sorry, I know I can't say. That's my problem. In this country, how long it takes and it has always been a problem in every sector. And yet the sports department and the sports sector. Everywhere. So free sports, the way can obi a won't follow sports or no follow another thing. Obeka choices a prince no cre. Baby I say you can see baby. It take a lot of time. You bet me a investment no wa dealing. Ni atena wa ma na lapse. Yes is kana san e na ekofa ha e na ye say you be busa you bet seek for accountability no. Na akwa ne ma wonai. Na ese esa ko seek for another money there sa de be rem. It has been happening in this country. So I'm asking myself this question. You can't see ABC6. Sanka by now, and can see a beer. Bear 3 Edru baby and say, I'm a so Mrs. Says Nimunu, so Munya and Sinu cry. You say this is the kind of progress I am making. I also say a significant place. So, Sadi Pakona, the catcher say, after the says near the Quatana, Ubede Gidi. The says no, ye know, yes, it says near yen sim famam. Luta, me bear fee hay. And I only ABOU any bars, more women, Namaka, say, Prince, a bar by dear, Ocano, your best Sunday amount. The Bema car would see now by a Befilice minister been at the amount. See you, when you know Mabusa. Now you see Carbe. ABOU you see Carbe. Perhaps you see Carbe.
As I some now, we are all back actually.
Oh, Debbie, some now. What was that? What do you want? Or you go to Cola?
What do you want? Some Cassatra. No, we are some Cassatra.
Oh, the other.
I would be better. I found it out.
There's a form.
That's my maker.
Daddy, I found we didn't some Cassatra.
From your daddy, it does.
Debbie, me Misuka. I would say, me by example, and I'm okay, say the ambassador.
Okay,
that's my dream. Okay, Nipa now also be saying this, the amendment. A dear, a one who I remember who say beating me about. And in the first place, many did the okay. Hey, be uncle, won't mean ya, Uncle Wonka. Tiano, me one, me share, you know, me who, sorry, any concrete thing be me debate Naswaka said. We in a bit me manaba, but I am having that belief because my mother to Mumuna Munim the womb. And I'm on a shamonsa. It's many that belief. But any my no was at the action must have a catch and say, Prince, can't a crayon farmer own your plot boo at say your quack or toss a plot no near yes or come near top lane the amount. Can't my also can't a crayon say, we a big man can't this amount. It's a quack or top plot and the amount. Near top lane na oba plane a honey besi at the amount. Enti busa hold this question. Oka chemi we are. Professor response ben na me de bema. Professor me hu say. Clearly, as a summer night e de akogu ni patent enko.
As omunya fair
emfa form.
Omunya fair my.
The ones that are there
because ye hu said dem kan no kura no. Mo asase e na de ye wonu mpo no
renovating it quite a problem, maintaining it at quite a problem. See, I'm in Wokromai. In some way, you can see a bit 10 stadiums. You must say on the current national stadiums, they're saying. You can't crunch who. Obi and one more need for a cancer for some pacodo. Very good. Sabi, Metro. Not a member, and ye, na me wa meus are a wound ye. What they are better me for Wooluma. Magic. A word. My man won't menya magic. But a cobase. Would you say some now walk and you know correct? A bad day for you to do it. Now, I say, oh, the salmon now could be patent in Congo. And you quite so Sabana Sabe to Munchine. Because already in the country, the stadiums now, why I recognize a boy national stadium, the second need the Tamale, the Kumase, the Accra. You want some fast where you won't see airport. But what opinion Jamaica from the sports minister? I say catch a Ghana for and yet or more or catch your move. You should understand a Ghanaian that he is talking to. That's all Castle here, Quack will sit 10 rather than the 6 now. Open ye, Sankaba and Akaso, They say ni adwin ho say emere ni so a na the way a esi hu niema no Ghana ehia stadium ni nti wo de ye jai says no ni esi ba akode amamo. I believe say Ghana for any budget. That is the reality because one no achievable.
Yes.
It can be attained rather than say says na my see e the 10 no. Basa de obeka bia foforo bia nse be me Ghana nam tifia. Oje microphone na oh asa oba be kan nse. Minji wundi e bi so so na make say there is something, there is a vision that you have. So sometimes you need to make sure say asem na be kan say Ghana for wa adwen we can remember things. The wakan de ache no ye no answer no chi waka foforo de ama achire. This is my problem with them. And we don't want to, keep seeing these things now. So for me, this is my little problem on that one. Now, you move on the these issues. Then, minim community are warm, but I believe say in Ghana here, every community be a place are mobile. Sure. Every community will place are mobile.
At least a school park,
yeah.
In Sahana Kruma for dear.
Yeah, boy.
Town games in Honey, you know.
In those days, no Ukrainian one. That dear na cost or my way, None of talent, proper talent, the Maya. We go I biano, maybe fear to park at the ho. See, me fear to park at the ho. And to be sorry, not here, Bob, a baby fair. Minimum Quanadia Macaco, I will learn something, it did one of the coach. E did more and a boy or movie mouse referee who need and a museum referee needy. Seminim born a bonam talent, that's why a man for but a baby fair. Ah, boy, in bow, Miss Minim, Mamma, what she did.
And every cranial recommendations from Sir public,
baby,
because everything out now, Bobby about Colabi Power, so Sinbobo, were recommending it to.
And they our communities, you go and check on more muti or more country. A better community near bear as protect.
And there's a prince and found quite
serious.
Ghana for a real hooper.
San keten no kwani aseno. And keten no kwani aseno. Ye je na de ebe ye no so no. Yetimi de obi koto anu ska ho kobobo na ebe tia no.
Me ayana ade me major problem say ne ye ken. Say ye man tell me your pitches were ho. Pitch more crana erosion and no move. But your boy manage. What time I am interested in such a Nkwadama kwaya. Pitch back on. But when you chamber for most women post to her. We have no more, but they do understand themselves.
That's it.
And Muna a developer woman. And Muna more interest. But you see a baby being the community to help the Nkwadano talent no. Ebetimaba. You be Akwadana nkomutimi organize onya ball ketua bi kobono omu etifi omu nkoba bia no ensu pitch no develop omo no ya sege se mutua this specific amount
500
for 1 hour for 1 hour
okofa no he enti yeti we nanka ye sa na ma we nyina oba na so o yes oba be renovate mi ko wiase ko nanim oba proper infrastructure sa e de je na bere ye o ye de je ba oba je no wase no e se ama ball no kwa na se young boys ni bebre mpe bo ni biemu e se wudi nkomo na ye na fofo ani omo sisi so no luta me say yo proper players ball amafo ni ball ne bo but akwa yese wo akwa sisi amana jai it is saying that this is what we are struggling in the country now it's impending for say if really don't era honorable Idi Adams Ekasana utie ne nkasa enu akalelu fili say opese won kire say Ghana fo ebetumi ama football na tumpon e ne betumpon a omonhya ase mfre nketo ani mfamaye they should start building some facilities omaka dia akya yehu hwe they should start working on that one and omonhya ase say adwuma na eno ne beboa na di mpuntu ne de aba. Now let me move on from that one na me nko cut aside. It is good. And no American.
Mama bear 1-2 minutes.
Okay.
For
very good. And no American. As Mofia say, we heard the monies that the league is getting, the women's league and everything now. Very, very good. Me reservations on how a league they see organize players no awards. No more league. No more league. I have my reservation. but nonetheless and then yes kana ebem no ebego along go because tia tapuku nsem o kan or see take about a third of their spendings and commerce spending this season, you know, many say at least ebe release you more of some stress into a very very good. Very good. But ye kobo league na league na ebe sha ase no. Pacho, I no more mu di ball or me here for referees. The player, coach, team, or more prepare no more babe bobo. That's a one man ebejina mfimfin. That's a one man one five you prefer me di ball na.
Only sound minder.
No matter the kind of pressure now be here. We saw the referees chief, Mr. Joseja. Oka said there are still debt a kawo. We've been talking about this so many times. A kawo. Yaba bejina say simply in the password say clubs near bema 10 billion. Mamin kan the sana ma. Ebema we 10 billion. Wow beje best player. Ebema $5,000. Ebema we say referee now no ba bejina park no so obe mediate sa de na ebe koso. O de ne ka.
Only come for.
Only omo so usa come for se na na mpese meka. Edru ba bia omo I can say Obetoboa no the This is what we are going to encounter yet again this season. And this season, remember by churching videos. This is what I normally do. Games the because we won't say we have videos now. You referee some more form. And then I say be or master who on master the maker. I do find you. Ya the car obano. Baras a freno, wa peka krebi di amano, oba bi di bone di amana e simple.
Surprise with us, so never come bra fa ma me ko Ricardo so. Kwagu.
I'm Ghana boy.
Benjamin sorry, we foreign no can be say o time so na lack in ba.
Oh yeah.
Nshirana ba bibia.
Yeah. No issue kakra. No issue kakra with the rate at which I say BBI on camera. Bit.
I say it depended the donors and so.
But
because I learned say we see some of the real estate Libya in a form of advertising. And also
I know, but we have something we call branding. It makes you more professional and it makes people approach you in a certain way. That is exactly what I'm talking about. To me, a presentation or office, a real estate office or whatever, now in a form of advert. The video that we played here, we don't know say agency.
Yes.
What I say, but I'm happy for him. Me said America, if has a folk will be able to give him. Yes, I saw what the man he should stay here. No one just says you cannot. Now make a lot of good things for that would be something that await me. I'm running swans. Yeah, you are with my BBI and sweaty media. I like how one for Cheredo. I like how I hope we can make good use of it. I'm on for as I say, crow. I'm on for throw. That should be. These videos and other things will pop up if Benjamin Asari and Timani has something good from it. It's the more reason why I don't like the videos. But I hope quality things will come from these things. Because in the space of 1 month in here, I check any flows as when you jack for canny now. Yeah. Yeah, check any flows so I hope we will something good from it. Said the normal see corner because I answer to me, man. Ken, I am now move to a stage when everyone said, "I'm here, Papa Ofi." And I said, "I'm here, and you move baby." Na Babon team be catch a man signing na the say, "Ya yempanim for ne ye." Ewo kokom na benefit to omo edi omo so no ye nya aya ne mambufu
ade Genesis
coach Prosper na tuogum eben ye efefo no okoko I see coaches are a more than he's part of them. Okay, omo chere coaches ni bia de no yes we are part of them. Into what prevents him from telling Ket to Krekuni the ESCO member say
referee instructors no
and yeah, coach is what a form no. We should do something for them. Yeah, free beer, the basis of coaching, maybe coach license D, license C free because someone in that in the show munsam. Na ye no be ka kire. Asema what kind him say, and not necessarily ye. You are close to Ketimo. Mo chere coaches are there. Why can't you advise for mo say they should do something for the coaches? Because we have a lot of people that omo asehwa. He card keke cry ko boy ko coast league no. Sika bi tu omo nya sika ntua. Then you are talking of licensing. Obere no obeje sa licenses no sika. But omo na football